Hidden behind the silence of a small convent in Jerusalem lived a humble Poor Clare sister named Sister Mary of the Trinity, a mystic whose heart burned with love for Christ. In moments of deep prayer, Jesus spoke to her through powerful inner locutions filled with mercy, guidance, and calls to holiness. The recent opening of the Sainthood cause of Sister Mary of the Trinity by the Patriarchate of Jerusalem has brought renewed attention to a woman many consider one of the great mystics of the 20th century. Born in Pretoria, South Africa in 1901, this humble nun may one day become a saint of the Church. Sister Mary of the Trinity was born Louisa Jacques on April 26, 1901 to French-Swiss Protestant parents. Her life began with sorrow because her mother died while giving birth to her. Her father, a Protestant missionary, later returned to Switzerland with Louisa and her two older sisters, where they were raised by an aunt whom Louisa lovingly called her little mother. She grew up in a normal Christian household and was raised in the Protestant faith. After finishing school, Louisa worked as a secretary and governess. She was intelligent, artistic, and thoughtful, but she also struggled with poor health due to tuberculosis. As the years passed, Louisa faced many painful disappointments. She experienced loneliness, struggles at work, and even heartbreak after developing feelings for a married man. Living far from her family only increased her sadness. Slowly, her suffering pushed her into a deep spiritual darkness. On February 14, 1926, Louisa fell into complete despair. She felt abandoned by God and believed life had no meaning. Later, she would recall the terrible thoughts that filled her heart that night. She believed there was no God and that life itself was worthless. Her despair became so intense that she even thought about death. Then came the night that changed everything. During that night, Louisa suddenly saw a mysterious woman standing silently beside her bed. The woman was dressed in the habit of the Poor Clares. She said nothing, yet her presence filled the room throughout the night. For Louisa, this moment became the answer to her despair. Deep in her soul, she suddenly understood that God truly existed and that life had immeasurable meaning. That single moment marked the beginning of her conversion. From then on, Louisa found herself irresistibly drawn towards Catholic churches. She did not fully understand why, but something within her kept leading her there. Later, she realized that what attracted her so strongly was the presence of Jesus in the Holy Eucharist. At first, she had no desire to become Catholic, but God continued working quietly in her soul. Not long afterward, one of her friends converted to Catholicism. During a holiday together in the Alps, a friend noticed Louisa's inner struggle and gently explained something beautiful to her. She told Louisa that Jesus makes himself very small in the Eucharist, hiding under the appearance of bread, so he can come close to us and help us. Those simple words pierced Louisa's heart. For the first time, she deeply desired to receive Holy Communion. She began studying the Catholic faith, and on March 19, 1928, she was officially received into the Catholic Church and received the First Communion. Although her conversion caused pain within her family, Louisa knew she had finally found peace in the Catholic faith. Soon after, she began hearing a call to religious life. In 1936, she briefly joined the Poor Clares in France, but she was unjustly dismissed from the convent. It was another painful trial in her life, yet God was still guiding her step by step. Louisa later returned to South Africa and worked as a tutor for several Jewish families. During this time, she became deeply inspired by the writings of Charles de Foucault and felt drawn toward the Holy Land. In July of 1938, she finally arrived in Jerusalem. When she entered the chapel of the Poor Clare's convent for adoration, something remarkable happened. After speaking briefly with one of the sisters, Louisa was unexpectedly asked if she wished to join the convent. This time, the doors opened. Only 6 days after arriving in the Holy Land, Louisa entered the community of the Poor Clares. 2 years later, she professed her vows and received the name Sister Mary of the Trinity. At last, she had found the place God had prepared for her all along. Inside the convent between Jerusalem and Bethlehem, Sister Mary of the Trinity lived a hidden life filled with prayer, silence, charity, and sacrifice. But within that hidden life, heaven drew very close to her soul. Jesus began speaking to her through interior locutions, gentle yet powerful words spoken directly within her heart. These messages were filled with love, mercy, correction, and spiritual guidance. Jesus slowly led her into a deeper union with Him. Oh, if you would leave me to act, I would wonderfully transform each one of your lives. But you oppose me by your desires, your tastes, your resistance. My omnipotent love is limited by the limit of your generosity. At least, do not you resist, my little daughter. Be generous to the end. Those who love me a little have a little confidence in me. Those who love me much have great confidence in me. Those who place no limit to their love have a confidence in me without bounds or limit. I cannot disappoint them. You honor me more by the confidence you show me than by all that you could give me. As I am happy, yes, happy to show the marks of my passion. See how your God has loved you. Will you not also be happy to show me the marks of your love? Oh, if you knew how I long for you, not to approach you, but to overwhelm you with joy in showing you the marks of my love. I passed through the world doing good. I brought peace, order, kindness, and easy kindness. I healed the sick. I forgave sins. I gave joy, true joy, tranquil joy. I brought the Beatitudes. I revealed God. It is because men do not know Him that they do not love God. You must reveal God. I am sought as so far away. You have only to descend into your heart and listen. Do you understand how much I am with you, in you? As soon as you call me, I answer. I am always present. What do you lack? Happy are the families and convents that have sick members, because by being visited, the sick safeguard the practice of gentleness and patience. They expiate. They bear my likeness, the image of Christ suffering in His church. To comfort them in the spirit of faith is to perform a work of reparation in the church, the reparation I expect from those who love me. A house where there are no sick runs the risk of living more for itself than for me. I am always more sensitive, more active where there is suffering, because there I am welcomed, I am listened to. I ask only for love. What are you doing about it? Give me your heart, your whole heart. And do you not also wish to give me your life? I desire it, I have need of it. It is such a great thing to belong to me. What does anything else matter to you? Be full of joy at belonging to me. I want you to be altogether mine. I love you because you are so wretched. Do you not feel how much I love you? I love you because you cannot do without me, and because I long to see you happy. I love you because I have given my life for you. Her spiritual director instructed her to faithfully write down everything Jesus told her. Because of this obedience, the church now possesses an extraordinary treasure of spiritual writings that continue to inspire souls around the world. Despite these extraordinary graces, Sister Mary of the Trinity remained humble and hidden. She never sought attention or recognition. Her desire was simply to belong completely to Jesus. On June 16, 1942, Sister Mary of the Trinity died of typhoid fever at only 41 years old. She had spent just 4 years inside the Poor Clare's convent, yet those few years became a powerful witness of holiness and union with God. One of the most moving messages Jesus gave her was this: "Be my little seed planted in Jerusalem to bear fruit in my church." Those words are now written on a tombstone in Jerusalem. Today, as the church officially begins studying her life for sainthood, many people are discovering a story for the very first time. Her journey reminds us that even in moments of despair, loneliness, and weakness, God can still raise a soul to extraordinary holiness. Sister Mary of the Trinity teaches us that Jesus still speaks to the heart that are open to Him. In a noisy world filled with distractions, her hidden life reminds us of the power of silence, prayer, and trust in God's mercy. And perhaps her greatest message is this: No soul is too broken, too lonely, or too far away for the love of Christ to reach. Servant of God, Sister Mary of the Trinity, pray for us.